today marking 1,000 days since the families of those who are still trapped under the Lily mine in that container, the 3 workers there, families, community around the Lily mine. They've been stationed there for 1,000 days today. Where is the Minister of Minerals and Energy, Mr. Gwede Mantashe? Sir, we need to talk to you. All right, with that, let's get straight to the top story. The families of 3 Lily mine workers in Mpumalanga trapped underground say they will continue camping outside the mine. That's until something is done to retrieve the remains of their loved ones. Today marks exactly 1,000 days since the families camped at the mine in protest over a lack of action. Now, the workers were in a makeshift office when it was swallowed by the ground back in 2016. Malungelo Booi is our senior reporter at the story, and he joins us in a moment. But first, let's take a listen to this.
Ngikhahlabezekile enhlizweni yami nasemndenini nasenkosikazi yami nabazukulu bami laba abayi2 abashiwo umama wabo wayethi uyemsebenzini lo namuhla nje uhambile usemsebenzini abantwana banombuzo longapheliyo cishe ngathi lona sangcono ngublessing ngoba sekuyenza 15 years kuya ku16 years but uJune namanje nakungafika uza ke mathemkhulu ubuyelele imali ngithi mina athi manje umbonile yini mama ngimiyenga ngathi hayi ngikhulumile nabelungu bazawubuya basasebhisi lobabhisi ngabo athi all right kulungile kodwa ke ingqondo iyakhula njengoba nyalo sana 11 years sekuyakhona lokho ukuthi nani naye avele nje akwazi lokho ukuthi nani manje kwenzekeleni ngomama wakhe no mama walaba fowabo unasika uPrida Nyerende Prida Mavusi na Prida na Sena Solomon Nyerende so but into lena ngayisho namuhla ngila njengoba sinentateli la nginokukhathazeka lokuthi nani ngisho lokuthi sihlanganisa 1,000 day lesiqale izolo nge-night prayer silindele kusukela izolo ngo9 until manje ekuseni so then ngaloko sizama lokuthi nani sibuyise isithundi semizimba yenhliziyo zethu ngoba sikhathazekile asinako ukuthula.
Let's talk to our reporter now, Malungelo Booi, who is at the Lily mine. Malu, good morning to you. This incident happened in 2016. You'll correct me if I'm wrong here. This year will mark 6 years, and what have the authorities, particularly the Department of Minerals, what have they been doing and saying about this matter?
It's quite interesting, Xoli, you start there, but let's first point to exactly where we are, where this incident took place. So you see those offices you see, those are the kind of makeshift office that the 3 workers who remained trapped underground were working in. So it's something like that. And as you can see, the area we're standing on, it immediately, it caved in. And it was swallowed by the ground, and that's why, I mean, it has not been found. I remember coming here in 2016, and a lot of government officials came here. In fact, I'll go as far as to say the premier of this province then, that's now the deputy president of the country, David Mabuza, was one of the people who came here. And also the mineral resources minister, then Mosebenzi Zwane, is one of the people who also came here. And also, I remember, Xoli, the members of parliament, I think it was portfolio committee on labor, they also came here, and there were so many promises that were made to the families that, you know, everything possible would be done to make sure that, you know, the container is retrieved and, you know, the 3 people that are trapped there would then be handed over to their loved ones. And in February this year, it will be exactly 6 years since this incident. And if you're speaking to the families, they'll tell you that really nothing has happened. There was an inquiry, Xoli, shortly after this incident that was instituted by the Department of Mineral Resources, and a part of that inquiry was to find who exactly is responsible for that incident. Was there negligence on the part of the employer, that's the mine company, that was Vantage Gold at the time, and there were recommendations that somebody from there must be people prosecuted for this incident. And I know, for example, there is an inquiry that's also taking place here in Mbombela, also regarding this particular issue. I mean, the last time I interacted with authorities from the Mineral Resources Department over this matter, it was last year when the community was marking, the 5th anniversary, and the department at the time said that it was committed in making sure that, something is done to retrieve the bodies of those 3 mine workers who remain trapped underground. But, Koli, we have not moved an inch. That's what local residents and the families of those who are stuck there will tell you. That's why, Koli, they are steadfast in saying that they won't move until something is done. And they have actually been quite resolute. And I think it is important, Koli, to note that when we arrived here in the morning, their families came here to pray. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to be with them during the prayer session. And this is something that they keep on doing almost every day, asking God for help. But at the same time, they know that authorities and the private sector, everyone must get involved in solving this particular issue. And Koli, when you speak to Yvonne Mnisi's dad, the bite that you played earlier, he sort of like alluded to something that I find to be quite interesting, saying that there have been companies that have been willing to buy this mine, but it seems those that are the former owners or the people who own this mine are actually reluctant to sell this mine. And you get a sense that they are frustrated because of that, because they're of the view that if a new buyer comes into the picture, there will be movement in terms of retrieving that container. We're told, Koli, it's about 70 meters down, but also what we understand is that because of the rains, Koli, and also because this area is full of illegal miners now, the area is also not stable. It's also making it very difficult. It would make it very difficult for anyone to actually go underground and begin any form of recovery.
Yeah.
Koli?
Well, Malu, I suspect we also then have got to direct our questions to the former mine owner or the previous company under whose watch this incident happened, because clearly if there is obstruction on their side, then they have got to answer some serious questions as well. But let's leave it there for the time being. Malungelo Booi, live for us at the Lily Mine.